Welcome back. We're in Eugene, Oregon at Co-Motion Cycles with one of the co-owners, Dwan Shepard. Dwan, you guys are known for making tandems.
Yes, we are.
Why so much effort, time put into tandem bicycles?
Well, for one, I've always really liked tandems. I owned my first tandem when I was 15 years old. It was a salvage from a garbage dump. And with a friend, I built it up into a rideable bike and rode my first century ride. So I was hooked from that point on. And you know, later in life, when I learned how to build bicycle frames, you know, I already had some ideas on how I wanted to build a tandem frame. And you know, that's sort of the roots of Co-Motion.
So are there different styles of tandems? Let's kind of get into that. I see you've got 3 bikes behind us.
Yeah, this gives us a pretty good spectrum of what the different tandem types are. Here at the bottom we have a tandem that is capable of just about any kind of riding that you might want to do. Say if you're interested in doing some fun sport riding, riding with friends, maybe training, even a little bit of touring, this bike would be capable of all of those things. This bike will separate into 3 different sections, and it can be packed into suitcases that are airline checkable. So you can travel anywhere in the world with a tandem like this and have it in luggage that is manageable so that you can get it onto a plane, get it into a taxi, so it's easier to get to your hotel or your destination, and then be able to assemble it pretty quickly and experience different parts of the world. If a lot of people are taking these bikes to Europe, where you know there's some legendary riding, and you know, we have people touring virtually all over the world on some of these bikes.
Okay, so what about the next one up, this yellow bike here?
This is a periscope tandem, and the concept here is family cycling, getting kids started younger, helping families not just go riding with their kids like they might do, you know, with dad maybe on a nice road bike and mom on a hybrid bike and the kid on a sidewalk bike, but here they can cycle together, they can experience achieving goals together. It's sort of a fast track to getting kids well versed in cycling on a nearly adult level from a young age. So say if you wanted to go riding with a young kid, 3.5 years old or a little older, this bike will work from that age into the teen years or even into adult years for that kid. And you have the benefits of being together. You don't have to worry about where your kid is. He's right there with you. And it's a way for families to share that experience.
And that's accomplished by the adjustability.
There's huge adjustability here. You can see here on this rear seat there are 2 quick release clamps. And obviously there's saddle adjustment just like any other bike with one, and the second one is for, you know, this virtually changes your frame size. So not only will it go down for, like I said, a 3.5-year-old, but raising this changes the virtual frame size so that an adult my size or your size could actually ride this thing.
So you could get a 6-footer and a 3-footer on here.
Well, 3 feet is pretty small, but close to it, yeah.
Okay.
Very wide range.
And this next bike up here, looks like we're getting into my area of expertise.
That's right. This is more of a racing performance bike, and you know, they're popular not just for the racer set. A lot of people like having a really nice, light, fast bike. And this is our Macchiato tandem. We introduced it a couple years ago. It can be built very light. This one here is about 24 pounds. And we custom build it to fit, you know, virtually any team. Frame rigidity is excellent. It's a little bit different design from the first tandem we looked at, which you can see has sort of a top tube, middle tube, and then the bottom part of the frame. The middle tube is missing on this, and we sort of took what we learned from making these family bikes and applied it to race bikes. We learned that by making the tubes large enough, we could eliminate the middle tube, make the frame more compact, and that would lend the frame rigidity, and performance has been excellent.
Which kind of brings me to my next question, and that is the basic design of a tandem. How is it different from a single bike?
Really, the key to making a good tandem is considering both riders, making sure that you have, you know, we refer to them as captain and stoker, or driver and rear admiral. The terminology can be different, but everybody has to be comfortable. The difference might be, you might want a little bit more comfort built in because you need to be able to look up the road a little farther. You need to be able to respond really predictably. So when you see a pothole, you want to be able to dodge it without making a sudden movement, because the person behind you doesn't want to be surprised. There's a saying in the tandem world, the stoker is always right. And what we're talking about there is keeping everybody happy on the bike. If everybody's happy, you can spend more time and enjoy cycling more. And that translates to the fit of the bike, as well as the engineering of the frame. We really try to accomplish in the design of the frame that the skills that you learn in whatever discipline of cycling that you're in are not wasted when you get on the tandem. We want you to feel at home on the bike so that you're not afraid to ride it, you feel comfortable on it, and it becomes an extension of yourself.
Well, thanks a lot for a lot of good information, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Absolutely.